Okay, well, if you watched the first video on painting this tree, you'll see that I laid on the greenery, and you'll see the techniques used. Quite a simple process. Next is the final stage, burnt sienna, which is a nice earthy sort of brown, and I'm going to use ultramarine blue with that, just to darken it up, so it almost becomes burnt umber really, but it's nice to have the two mixes you can blend together. Starting off, and I'm always starting off dark with trees initially, quite dark. We've got the lovely old trunk that splits at that point, and I like to paint the trunk in first, remembering that the undergrowth is quite uneven, so we don't want that to finish dead straight. A little bit more to the left so you can see the way it slants. Now as we go up the tree, using the point of the brush, we can see where the gaps are. You can see where the branches break through, and this is another branch that's nowhere near as thick as the trunk, and then it stops and then it goes again. There's another main sort of branch area there, a little bit thick, wider, and that then splits at that point. Notice how I'm only painting them in between the gaps. That's the way you produce a tree of this sort. And then using the point of the brush, I'm producing the medium-sized trunks, just a trunk there probably. Then I'm going to change to quite a small brush. I prefer a rigger, but for this sketch I'm just using this small brush that points well, and trying to get the impression of branches supporting the leaf work that we've already painted. And it's quite a simple process. Don't add too many. It's so easy to put in too many at this stage. You can always add, but you can't take them away. That's my principle with this particular subject. You know, adding branches is so easy, but once they're there, you can't take them away. And that more or less, or may have a thicker branch coming away there, the lower point, another nice thick branch. Now I'm going to go a little bit darker, so a little bit more blue in the mix, more brown for the very dark trunk area on the underside where we've got underneath the leafing, very dark down the left hand side, but lighter in the lower right hand side of the trunk where the light is hitting the branches. And that, let's go just one tone dark, a little bit more blue in there, get really dark on this outside edge just to help show shadow. And that really is all you need to paint trees of this sort. Just simply put in branches that support the leaf work, and nice clean little line there. Trunk work is all picked up, and that's about all you need to paint a simple tree really. Greenery first, then your light greens first to shape the tree. Don't forget there are dense areas. One last thing you can do, which I think I will do just to show you, is to go in with some really, really dark green. I think we can get this in, which is in actual fact the very basic highlight. It will actually show the highlight. This is the low light. Will actually show the highlight of that tree. This is the very dark area, and you'll see the benefit of this later on. I'm going in with a small brush this time, and I'm just creating the very, very dark shade of the tree, leaving plenty of light areas. Don't want to go over dark with this. Can you see where, particularly on the right hand side, I said where the sun is coming from, but basically to the left, quite dark areas. Don't want to get just layers of darkness, but and there again, as always, you can overdo this. Don't forget to have some light areas. Nice to have some light areas. One or two really dark touches against the light areas in that centre, so how crisp that looks. And that's exactly what we're looking to produce. A bit more open at the top. And that really, as far as I can see, sort of does it. Let's just have a little bit of branch work coming out from the back edge or the underside there. There we are, just to balance the tree out. But I think that more or less does it, and that's the way you produce a lovely summer tree. Could be an oak, I suppose, a younger oak, but it's quite a simple way of producing that lovely furling of the shape of a tree without concentrating too much on the leaf work. It's all about the complete tree and not individual leafing. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed that. I'll be posting some more very shortly.